Okay, so that's the unboxing. The Aero exhaust, bits and pieces and clamps, and the tips. There we go. Not too exciting right now, but give it a little bit of time. Alright, there's the stock exhaust off. Took all of about 25 minutes. And there's the Aero, kind of mocked up there. Little sticker on, and but that gives an idea of the difference between the two. So far, piece of cake. So we'll see how the mounting goes. As always on these Gen 4s, taking the exhaust off is so easy compared to the Gen 3s. So these are the scores I put in the top of the inlet because it didn't come scored, and I tried mounting it and essentially broke the clamp. So it would not cinch up or even come close to getting tight. As tight as it would go, it still just kind of slid on and off. So we're going to try it scored and a new clamp. Hopefully that does the trick. Install is definitely not as easy as the removal of the stock for sure. And not as easy as a Corsa at this point, but we're not giving up. And we'll see how this goes. Alright, there's the Aero setup laid out for the passenger side. The one thing you'll see missing is the clamp that goes here, because that's the one that broke on the other side, so I stole this one and used it over there. I'll also probably go ahead and score this pipe like I did on the other one, because that's the only way to get the other one to work. So I'll probably have a pause in the action while I figure out my clamp situation, because I'm in Maryland and the vendor's in California and don't want to wait for one to be sent. So I'll probably run up and see what I can figure out here. So we'll be back when things are in place and I can show you how it looks mounted. So here's the driver's side. Done. And you can see it'll be a while before we test because it's been raining since forever. And we're still in process over here. So we'll get this puppy wrapped up and fire it up. Alright, all done. Can't say it was a fun install. By no means the easiest one I've ever put in. We had one casualty, a broken Torque clamp that came with it. I had to go out and get that replaced. And now I will actually be able to take a quick test drive because the sun has amazingly come out for like 30 seconds. Alright, totally done. Took a quick test drive. Roads are all still wet, but so we are done. There's the look. And I'll do a video with the good camera for sound runs using the 5.1 audio and everything. So you can get a much better idea of the way it sounds. Overall, first test drive, I would say it's okay. I'll go into more detail later when I do my opinion in the other video, but right now I'm thinking it's like okay. Very difficult, problematic install. for what it is. And I'm just comparing to the Bellinger and the Corsa, which I've done before. Parts not as easy to go together, quality of parts not as good. Of course, this does cost half as much, and I definitely prefer the sound of the Corsa over this, but we'll let everyone decide on their own. That's it for this part of it.